throughout this week, we're looking at an acronym called TIME to help us learn what to believe when we are facing strong, intense, uncomfortable emotional experiences. Now, the T in TIME stands for temporary. Emotions, feelings, are temporary. Strong feelings like sadness, anxiety, panic, guilt, they are actually not permanent experiences, as we well know as human beings, but we very rarely believe it. We need to believe that when we are upset, when we're emotional, that this feeling will indeed pass. But unfortunately, many of us tend to believe that the way we feel will only change if we put in a lot of effort to make it change. So maybe we feel anxious and we think we have to spend so much time trying to overcome our anxiety through whatever means. But in actual fact, the research consistently shows us that less is more very often with strong emotions. The less hard we try and change how we feel, the easier it is sometimes for the emotion to decrease. Now, of course, I'm not suggesting you just allow yourself to feel whatever. What I am suggesting is, instead of spending so much time and effort trying to change your mood when you're having a down day or an angry moment or an anxious experience, rather just spend your time focusing on whatever it is that you were meant to be doing in that moment. Shift your attention away from the mood and back into the moment and continue with what is in front of you. You know, the simple truth is that when we try and change how we feel so intensely, we are relying on our own strength to really change who we are. And the Bible actually says that when we relax and we stop trying so hard in our own effort, that grace comes into its own in our own weakness. And I strongly believe that that is the case when it comes to feelings. You know, take a physical feeling, for example. If you put your feet into freezing cold water, all right, and you don't put a lot of effort pulling your feet out and rubbing your feet and trying to make yourself warm, if you just leave your feet in there and you just wait, you know that over a period of time that temporary feeling of coldness will go away and your feet will warm up. Well, it's very much the same when it comes to strong emotions. Allow the emotion to subside and trust the grace that is built into you and into your body, the grace that is given to you by God to move in and to help you cope with situations. You know, it says this in 2 Corinthians 12:9-10. But he has said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My loving kindness and my mercy are more than enough, always available regardless of the situation. For my power, this is God talking, and he's saying, my power is being perfected and is completed and shows itself most effectively in your weakness. In other words, when you're weak and you stop trying so hard, very often that's when grace can actually go to work. It goes on to say, therefore I will all the more gladly boast in my weakness, so that the power of Christ may completely enfold me and may dwell in me. So I am pleased with weakness, with insults, with distresses, with persecutions and with difficulties for the sake of Christ. For when I am weak in human strength, then I am strong, truly able, truly powerful, truly drawing from God's strength. So I want you to remember the T in TIME stands for temporary without effort. Allow your feelings to subside and allow the grace of God to help you in those situations. And remember, you're highly favored and you're deeply loved.